I'll have a peek real fast. Hold on. You were
Clever
about to
Brisbane.
Clever in Brisbane. Got it.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 3, ELSR versus Rain, NA's number 1 versus EU's number 2. Game 3, whoever loses this is done for the day and finishes, I believe, in 6th place. Whoever wins this gets to move up and face STCN in the next portion of the loser's bracket. Raptor, can you tell us a little bit about ELSR's lineup, sir?
Absolutely. We're definitely seeing two very different philosophies on North here as we spawn in. ELSR starting off in the green here on the top of the map, bringing 8952's St. Vincent headed over towards the C flank. Mirrored by Bochi's Ohio, headed over towards the A flank. Going with Bochi to A, we've got Hutao's Des Mimes, Professor Luger's Gearing, largely a torpedo build there. Misakura's Daring, going to go play B. Where have we seen this before? Stop me if you've seen this before. Quincy's Ragnar. My expectation for Quincy is he'll probably hover in between B and C for a little while, trying to make that work, trying to pick up those caps. Going the other way with the St. Vincent, we've got Stevens Des Moines. Fairly typical there. Don't see anything unusual. Apex is Des Moines. Going to play here towards mid, probably opposite the top of the cap from Misakura's Daring. And then we have Little Buster's Harugamo. My expectation would be that all three of these ships here are headed over towards the 9-10 line. What's Rain got cooking at the bottom of the map, Zap? They have a very different lineup than ELSR.
They do, and I'll tell you what, it looks to me like they are going to go all push 9-10 line. They've got 2 Marsilis, they've got a Kremlin, that's Dastard, and they've got the Sheep's Yu Yang all headed in that direction. They're not even interested in C right now. Getting ready for the fight at B cap is Salem and a Des Moines, both ready. Interesting that Des Moines, boom, they're using turret traverse in slot 3 instead of aiming systems. Malamu's on Montana is heading towards the A cap with a Napoli. May all of your mystery drops be ever in your favor. Get one of those ships. And then we've got Dubison's Ragnar heading towards A cap for Rain. So all the beef going 9-10, token force at A, whatever.
And the interesting thing is that I'm sure ELSR looks at the lineup and has a pretty good idea what's going to happen on the 9-10 line. We're having a little bit of early Ragnar on Ragnar action here across the B cap. Both Ragnars declining to fire, although the Napoli did open up and they get a little chip damage and a reset on Quincy.
Not a big deal. Quincy will probably be able to grab this cap easily enough. Debison could radar, but the problem with that is Quincy was just radar too. I say that as both just kind of back into their own spotting.
They just both reversed back into their spotting range, which is not terribly shocking. Dubison now actually opening up with his stern turrets, trying to get the resets here as the Napoli struggles a bit. So now Quincy going to take a little bit of chip damage here as Des Moines shells start to fall on Dubison.
Yes, a reminder, Kleber and Brisbane were banned for this match.
Yes.
Or for this game, I mean.
Yep. Ohio shells, Des Moines shells, Dubison getting absolutely punished right here. Both Ragnars at A absolutely getting punished. Misakura's Daring tries to step onto B and starts to stuff her under the first radar. Actually, you know what, Zap? Both of those
double
cruisers,
radar. They miscommunicated.
A bit of a miscommunication there. You have to wonder if maybe ELSR is going to be able to take advantage of that, or if they even know.
It's going to be hard for them to know for sure because Apex is within both radar ranges.
Yeah.
Rin is definitely in trouble, though. Radar is expiring.
Misakura getting hammered here. Next heel's a bit off, but he's okay. Managed to get through without his DCP and everything. He's all right.
Yeah, but the problem is by the time Rin turns around to get back into B, one of those radars will be available again.
More than likely.
Meanwhile, at A, Quincy and Luger now joining him in A, making sure they can get this cap and move on. And the 9-10 line, you can see now the push is starting to form by Rain.
You almost get the sense that, Zap, that ELSR needs to grab A as quick as possible,
Mm-hmm.
start ticking points off of it so they can rotate
Mm-hmm.
somebody out of there to come help deal with what's about to happen to them on the 9-10 line.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. 100%. And a matter of fact, with it being a Ragnar and Napoli to the south, there's really no torpedo threat
Yeah.
at A. So honestly, at that point, you send the Gearing, you send the Ragnar, you send the Ohio, you leave the Des Moines behind to just hold.
You mean leave the long range radar ship behind to try and just hold
Hmm.
things open?
Exactly.
Seems reasonable.
I, yeah, that's what I mean. If you want maximum force at least, but we'll see what ELSR has to do. Obviously, we're not calling the shots.
No,
We're
no.
just trying to make sense of what we're seeing unfold in front of us here.
Well, 5 minutes gone. ELSR with that took them a while. They finally got to A. They're ticking up points. 40-point lead here. Still very much anybody's game, and you can start to see ELSR pulling some forces to the west, bringing Quincy's Ragnar over, bringing Bocchi's Ohio in that direction. Ohio salvo now
Yeah,
going
but
out. I think they're trying to get it through the island gap onto Artorias' Marseille, Zath. Look at this. These shells need an
hmm
in-flight meal.
hmm well, we've seen Vermont do this exact shot before.
They hit him with
One shell
one.
actually hits.
Yeah.
The big thing about those shells is it's not necessarily meant to do damage. It's meant to tap him on the shoulder and say, "I see
And
you."
exactly, remind him that there are other threats out there. As now Gangbarangs Marseille into the edge of the sea cap. Ohio shells, Des Moines shells, and Daring shells going in on him.
Mm-hmm.
Artorias takes a good sized hit there. I'm not sure what from. It must have been the St. Vincent. I think 89 St. Vincent snuck some shells in just over that island.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and you can see 89 is working his way to the 10 line. He's trying to get a shot on Gangbangs Marseille, who is stuck bow in at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's going to go down. It's just a matter of time. I don't think there's a really easy way for him to get out of this.
Misakura's Daring almost caught by Madara's Salem there, just managing to stay ahead of the Salem's radar range as the Marseille
Mm-hmm.
gets some good shells into Apex's bow. Quincy continuing to farm damage off of Gangbarang as well. Malamu
Oh,
taking
Montana.
a salvo.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Connected.
Could have been worse. But now it's the
It's worse.
opposing Des Moines salvos to the south. That is definitely worse. Apex not dark. Now the Salem radar has him locked up. He seems a little indecisive. You're trying to figure out which way to move. He takes another Citadel while he sits there.
I mean, the next Montana salvo will probably end him.
The
His
next
heel's
Montana
up
salvo
right now.
should end him, yes.
Here it comes.
Not quite.
It
Not
does
enough
not.
not enough shells hit. Apex knows he's dead. He just seems to be going for it at this point. Down to 100 HP. The next thing that touches him will wipe him out. And there we go. First blood going to Rain as they are still trying to bag C. Sheep
Yeah, Rin
and
now-
Misakura in a bit of a duel over here north of C.
Yeah.
I don't
This,
think-
does not feel good if you're
No,
Misakura.
I don't think
You're
Misakura
in.
can sustain this. As out of
No.
heals already, he could smoke. I wonder why he wouldn't smoke to try to save his ship. They don't have a radar around.
Well, yeah, they do.
Where?
Sheep's Yang is radar.
Oh, is he? Oh, well, that would do it then. That's irrelevant. Yep, I
Yeah.
see it now. I hadn't
So
checked.
and if Rin smoked, then of course that removes visibility for his teammates. But
Yep.
what teammates?
Yep,
He
well-
just lost two of them over there.
2 quick kills, and just like that, Rain flips the score. 60-point lead for them now. Ticking up, each team ticking up a cap.
I really like that play by Rain. They saw that the Marseille was in trouble, and they said, "Well, how do we get him out? We do something else, someplace else," and
Yeah.
they did that at B. So very good work there, taking down that Des Moines and also the Daring.
Bocchi's Ohio spotted as he moves west. Seems like ELSR is going to give up on B for the moment. You have to believe it's only a matter of time before Madara's Salem just charges in. Montana shells falling on Ohio, on Bocchi's Ohio. Ooh, solid hit there. A good 30K or so.
Yeah, but if you're this Ohio, I mean, you got to find a way to get back in this game. You know you're going to take a hit or two
Oh,
to
yeah.
get into the position to try to make it happen. The problem is that there's nothing that's holding Madara's Salem in position. So
No,
basically, he can just hit W whenever he needs to.
that's just it. And you have to believe they're going to figure that out eventually, right? 10 minutes gone. And it's a narrow lead for Rain, only about 50 points or so, but they have a significant health advantage because they have 2 early kills. Ooh, big hit on Gangbarang Marseille there.
Yeah, now 89 St. Vincent is fixing for a push down this 10 line. He's about to eat 2, maybe 3 deep water torpedoes for his trouble. He's going to eat 3?
3. And he's going to go out.
And that takes him
Wow,
down.
the Marseille punches him out. Brilliant cover from Sheep's Yu Yang. The deep water torpedoes. Wow.
Yeah, that will probably do it at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, how else can else get back in here?
I'm not ashamed to admit that I wanted ELSR to win this game just because I wanted to see an NA team make it to the top 4. We'd have a little bit of everybody, right? We'd have an NA team, an Asia team, and some EU teams in the top 4. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. I mean, I think even if they can pick up this kill in Artorias, and they probably can, I don't think it's going to matter at this point.
And he's only got 1 fire. He's got a DCP in 5 seconds. Yeah, the fire's out already. I don't think they can kill him unless they put Steven in front
they could
and
do
Buster's
it.
in the rear.
The problem is, by the time you do it, you've given up. What else have you given up to get there, right? Rain not sitting idle at A either. They're going to back to Bison's Ragnar into the cap. He's got torpedoes coming in. Ooh, he's okay. That's going to draw out a radar. No, it's not. I apologize. He got spotted on the surface.
Yeah, Luger spotted him. Bison then counter radared or
Yeah.
whatever, because that's what Ragnar can do.
Malamu's Montana pushing up the 4 line. As Rain does finally push Madara's Salem into B. It feels like they did that mostly to get him away from the Ohio, but it gives them a cap as well, so, okay.
Luger's got to stay frosty here. You might... Nope, never mind. Napoli torpedoes expire.
Rugamo getting
It's
into a
interesting
gunfight with
sending Malamu
Artorias.
up
They're
the
finally going to
4
grab
line.
that kill. Oh.
Yeah, but at the price of
Oh,
Buster's
my God.
life,
Literally
I
at the
mean,
price of Buster's life. They got a fire on him, and I guess his DCP is down? Yep. One
Yep,
last fire.
Yep.
Feels terrible. Trading the Harugamo for the Marseille over here on the 10 line. Trades do not work.
Terrible trade.
Terrible trade for ELSR. They can't afford to trade anything right now.
Hu Tao just got slapped.
Yep. Salem
There he
shells
goes.
come in and take care of him. Pretty much all over but the crying here. ELSR looks like they're going to finish in 6th, Ath.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Raptor. I mean, it's still I mean, this is the international final, 6th place out of how many teams in 4 servers playing?
Yeah, this
You've
is
got
not
to
anything.
feel good about that.
Yeah, not anything to be upset about. Like I said a minute ago, I'm personally a little bummed because I would have liked to see an NA team continue on in the tournament, but it is what it is. They played
trying to go for the shot, and Gangbrang's like, I'm not even going to ram you now. I'm just going to execute you. There it is. Yep. Bachi fired too early, and instead of being rammed, he's going to give a ship away for free. Or is he?
Well, I was going to say Gang hasn't fired his follow-up salvo yet. I'm a little surprised at that.
No.
Bowser,
it's
come in and they punch out Gangbarang. I mean, wow. That was a little unexpected.
Feels kind of like a random battle duel right there, right? You just both have a plan. It just fails, and then they're kind of well, what now?
This was my plan, but that didn't work. Reigns Kremlin Rams. Speaking of Rams, wow. Well, ran on all the caps now. Only 3 surviving ELSR ships still on the board. The Ohio will burn out here in just a little bit if Boom doesn't move up and just punish him with AP. Boom seems more concerned about making sure he doesn't make a mistake. Hard to blame him, really.
Absolutely, yes. And there's the Montana salvo in the Ohio.
There it was. Well, the last two surviving ELSR ships are destroyers up here on the sea line. So you're about 60, 70 seconds here from a rain win. They're going to move on to face STCN in our very next round that we're going to be showing here on the channel, Zath.
That's right.
STCN, who did they
Quincy's
knock off?
Ragnar goes down.
STCN knocked off Shaft to get this far. I'll have to go back and watch those games later. That's a surprising result.
Yeah, that might be something for us to check out later on as well in the replay portion of the stream. Because oh my goodness, Luger opening up with his guns.
He's just trying to get it done. And there it is.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
For sure. For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Rain's still alive, moving on, still in the losers bracket, and we'll see them again shortly.
Looking forward.